This week, we feature Pulses by Angus Roberts-Carey, CS 700 Brass by Robert Schuschler, Oboe Choir by Wesley Wilson, and our throwbacks this week are Southsea Glimmer by Jacob Maloney and Antique by Christian Henson. Pulses by Angus Roberts-Carey. Inspired by the music of Reich and Glass, this library allows you to fade between different rhythmic patterns to create subtle textures. The samples are taken from an E-bowed electric guitar and a fully tempo map to sync with the tempo of your DAW. Feel free to use this Pulse Engine template to create your own Pulse samples for Piano Book. CS 700 Brass by Robert Schuschler. After I spent a weekend replicating some of Vangelis' early Nemo work, I decided to try and also have a go at the sound we most associate with the Greek master, the mighty CS80 Brass. The weapon of choice was the Korg 700, which also happens to be Vangelis' first synth. As the 700 is a relatively simple monosynth with only one oscillator, the only way to achieve something close to the dual layer sound of the CS80 was to of course layer the samples. To make it not too phasey and a bit more lively, the two passes were recorded with some slight filter variations and moderate vibrato fiddling. Mod wheel and channel aftertouch can be used to add some vibrato if necessary. Oboe Choir by Wesley Wilson. This instrument began as one of those slightly strange ideas in the middle of the night. I was thinking about how pads, synths and these choral voices that we all use are generally preferred if they're born from natural organic sounds. And as an oboist, why is it that wind instruments are not used more for this purpose? At 3 a.m. in student halls of residence, it is generally considered unacceptable to start recording music, so I formed this pad out of some leftover scraps of audio from a previous session. Southsea Glimmer by Jacob Maloney. This old upright piano spent most of its life in a church basement, which gives it an old-fashioned honky-tonk sound that I wanted to capture. I sampled the piano with irregular tremolo on octaves through various guitar effects to create a shimmering piano texture that is great for layering, but also useful as an intimate, glimmering solo piano sound. Antique by Christian Henson. When buying my house in Scotland, I inherited a majestic 100-plus-year-old Pleyel piano. Pretty unplayable, I inquired with the piano restorers how much it would cost to gut and replace its innards. The quote came back at £30,000. The big catch was it would leave me with a piano with a resale value of £300. So with regrets and a heavy heart, I donated it to a local community centre. I sampled it under difficult conditions for posterity.